Welcome to the Lore Video 1, where we cover different aspects of what you'll find in the book The Darkness Rises, a deeper explanation of some things if needed. In the beginning, we are told God created life. What we don't know is when God created life, He used His very life force, a force of infinite power and life-giving energy. Once released as a massive explosion, this wave of pure life energy spread out, creating entire galaxies as it went. God allowed His life force to affect the worlds in different ways. Some don't go anywhere, or becomes giant gas giants. But there are some with life. No one knows but God how many worlds have life. It is very rare when God handcrafts a world. The one that we know of is Eden, or Earth as we call it. But what if I told you there is one more that is not well known called Milan? What is this world? Why is it important? Well, let's dive in and see. Why did God create Milan? We need to go back to the very creation, before all things, when God in absolute nothingness, a black void of emptiness were all that existed. So God created life, driving the darkness from Him. This birthed the darkness, a mindless creature with a singular desire to become one with God in the void of nothing once again. No life, no light, just it and God. This darkness was everything God was not. As God created life, it only created death, or twisted that life to serve it. Purpose. This darkness slowly began to creep into the Myriasphere. From the very end of all creation, it consumed all life on each world as it went. What wasn't destroyed was twisted into a bastardization of what God would call life. God created the angels to fight the creatures that the darkness had birthed, but God knew that there was a problem. Darkness twisted creatures were not fully part of one realm. Some once were fully physical, now were part spiritual. And the angels were pure spiritual beings. God knew in time He would be forced to split the realms, for He knew that even the angels would fall to the physical desires. So while the realms were one, the angels were able to stop the armies of darkness. But once they split, they would be unable to truly do anything for the physical realm. So God took His top two angels, one Michael and the other Raphael. While Michael was birthed, the archangel of war, the most powerful of all angels, Raphael was the archangel of knowledge. God took both and took from their wings several feathers, creating the first two races, the Kundo, born of the Michael, and the Enyo, born of Raphael. Out of these two races would come the salvation for all the physical realms. So God named their world Milan, which means life shield, or those who shield others. Both races were tall and very long-lived. Looking at His new creations, He knew they would serve His purpose. So God took a seed and tied His very life force to the seed and planted it. The tree grew so large it touched the very atmosphere. This God tree allowed His life force to spread from the tree into all things on the lawn, from the roots to the very soil to seeds. This caused all life on Milan to grow into monstrous size, and the people grew strong from the trials before them. This ends part 1. Thank you for listening. Next lore video will cover the races of Milan. Please look forward, like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to get my book, The Myriasphere Origins of Darkness Rises, in the link in the description. And have a nice day.